The following presentation is brought to you by the Pride of ODU, the official NIL collective of Old Dominion Athletics. Be a monarchist. Join the Pride.
Okay, y'all ready to go?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So tonight's win, that was a grudge match, and we knew that it was going to be a physical game. ECU does a great job of mucking up the tempo and making you play faster than you want, and slowing you down so you have to read the zone, but then speeding you up when they're trapping within it. I thought in the first quarter we did not handle it well. We only scored 7 points in the first quarter, and we turned the ball over way too much. And they were able to get the lead because we allowed them to score 10 points off of those 11 turnovers within the first half of play that we had. Once we were able to steady the ship, we got back to the scouting report. If I could just get my team to just listen and be disciplined within that, then we'll win every ball game. I think every coach across America will probably feel that way. But once we did get them to get on board and follow the scout, we were able to take the lead. And I think the most we had was what, 6-7, I believe, at some point in the game. But then again, Joyner started getting hot, started getting offensive rebounds. She usually scores 50% of the time in the paint, and it's off of her own misses. So I told my players this whole week in preparation for this game, your best defense is going to be your ability to box out and prevent her offensive rebounding skills to come into play. And she hurt us in a big way in the most important moments. I also felt like, with finals going on, and I have a team full of scholars. We do a great job of having a 3.3 to 3.5 GPA. They put a lot of effort into the academic side of things, and we traveled on the road to North Carolina State to play a Power 4 team. Then we come back home to play a team that just was in the NCAA tournament 2-3 years ago. They won their conference championship. So this wasn't an easy win. It wasn't a cupcake schedule during the heat of the battle within finals. So I was asking a lot of them, but we built this schedule in the non-conference to prepare us for any and everything rigorously that we may face coming up in conference play. That could also mimic March Madness. So we fell short tonight in overtime, but we're not going to hang our hats too long because we have to have practice in the morning, hit the road to go to DC so we can play Howard on Tuesday. So the same way that we won't get high over a win, we won't get too low over a loss, but we will tell the truth, assess the situation, and take what we need to take and move forward.
You spent a lot of time with your squad after the game. What was your message to them?
My message to them was that everyone has to bring a different level of focus. If I write the information on the board 30 to 40 minutes before the game, and we've worked on it for a week prior, then what are you doing on a daily basis to take that information from practice that day before, go to bed and sleep on it and actually think about it, then wake up in the morning and prepare yourself for what's to come so you can take what you learned the day before, apply it into the next day, and then we start building properly. I felt like tonight we didn't do that, and it showed. I showed them that your practice habits will show. What you do in the dark will come to the light. It's biblical. It's the gospel that we speak within this game. And it's in this religion of basketball, you have to honor it and you have to follow the doctrines properly. If you're not disciplined, how can you expect to win? If you have the wrong emotions, how can you expect karma to be on the side of you? You can't. So these are the things that we talked about where we have control over that could have allowed us to have a different outcome in tonight's loss. And we could have won the game in regulation. We just needed one solid defensive stance, a different ball game. But we give up a shot that we should not have given up, and here we are.
Talking about defense, you hold them to 31% from the floor, 29% from three, and they only shot 58% from the line. We struggled on those three things as well. What do we have to do as a team to take that to the next level?
So as a coach, I feel like we're doing everything in our power. We designed the perfect practice plans based off of the type of personnel that we have and the different types of learning that is built into all of that. The players also have to take responsibility to say, okay, did I touch the ball enough in practice? That's what a lot of players across America get mixed up. They think that practice is enough, and it's not. You might only get 15 shots in a practice. You might get in a 3-minute drill 12 actual shots. So when you add all of that up for the day, you may have shot in a competitive environment 100 shots. And if you missed 70 of them, you probably need to take your butt back to the gym and shoot your free throws or shoot the shots that you missed, whether it was pull up jump shots or catch and shoot threes or layups in transition. You got to practice those things. So now you can have a healthy deposit of makes and there's success in every rep. And now you have familiarity within those things. When you see them in the game, here comes success. Here comes consistency. And now you're cooking with gas. So it's those things that has to take place for us. The players have to take the onus upon themselves to find those stolen moments where it's them, a ball in a gym, and they can hear the breath and the hum of the arena that they're in. It's just them and that ball with their thoughts. How are you talking to yourself? How are you getting yourself motivated enough to finish this thing the right way, to expand your perspective on self so that when you're in a critical moment, you can zone in and go there and finish?
India, I mean, she had a whole 38 seconds rest tonight. She didn't get the ball a lot toward the end of the game. Did she get tired?
No, she actually had hurt her hand. It's like she had a stinger.
Okay.
And so she was trying to get off the ball because she didn't want to be a decision maker when she really couldn't feel it the way that she wanted to. And I trust her. But then I think she got her feeling back and she was able to take the ball and take over. But we need more people to be able to step up as opposed to sitting back and applauding her efforts. How can you join in the fun? How can you make it a two-headed monster or a three-headed monster? And now we can really put our opponents on their heels.
Coach, in overtime, they called a timeout. You're up one. In the timeout, were you discussing at all potentially a foul in up one?
Well, yeah, we did. We talked about their worst free throw shooters and what we wanted to do, but we wanted to rely on our defense. We trust that. We work on that. We're a very good team when it comes to that. But we got caught with our hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah.
And we allowed someone to get the ball in a sweet spot for themselves, and she was able to make a play. So, the odds were in our favor. Normally she turns over her left shoulder, but she turned over the right shoulder this time. She's ambidextrous.
Yeah.
With her jump shot, she shoots with the left hand. Around the rim, she shoots with her right hand. And we had the right hand pretty much on lock for the majority of the game. And then she made an adjustment and she finished with the left. So but I will say this young lady, number 25, India Buford, amazing basketball player, amazing talent. She is a savant when it comes to this game. And she's so crafty and savvy and saucy, and she can make plays, whether it's for herself or for her teammates. And we're very fortunate to have her and her efforts night in and night out. Now, had we changed a few things here or there, maybe a foul here or there, or even the technical, it could have been a different outcome. When she really gets to the point where she can manage others and put them in positions, then this team is really going to take off. She is the coach on the floor. I trust her to be able to make calls because I trust what she sees, and she's proven it to me daily on a daily basis within practice and within conversations. So this loss, yes, it hurts, but we also know that we did enough to give them the game. Now, they worked hard for sure, but we did some things to help them in their pursuit of a win.
Any more questions for Coach?
Coach, a quick turnaround with Howard coming up. How do you prep for that one?
So we'll save some film and a walkthrough in the morning. I don't think we need to do anything strenuous practice-wise. We just played tonight, and it's more so about mindset than it is about physicality. So we'll come in and we'll tax the mind to get them accustomed to who we're playing. What they do kind of matches what we've seen tonight, so it shouldn't be a major adjustment. It's just about the players settling into that information, owning it, and then putting it on display when we get there on Tuesday. When we play on Tuesday.
India, everybody knows you can score, but you had 14 rebounds tonight, 6 on the offensive side. Talk about your mentality when it comes to rebounding.
Just really playing off the ball, let my teammates get to work, and if they miss shots, I'm going to find it, basically. And really just not relying on my scoring. Just trying to help my team in any way.
India, this is a game you could have won, you know, maybe should have won. Is it tough when one of these get away from you toward the end?
Yeah, it's always tough when you're losing, but I mean, we got a coach like Coach D. We gonna bounce back. We'll get a dub, but I wish we could have won. Should have just listened to her for the whole game, being disciplined. You know, just listen and execute. But like I said, we get the next one.
Any more questions? Thank you. Coach.
Thank y'all so
Thank you.
much. Thank y'all. Appreciate you.